We got ourselves Team Blue with Ben is my dad. Oh, hey, how you doing, beautiful? Ben is my dad. We got Muhammad. We got ourselves North Side as a big old Fury Warrior. We got Sirakai? And we got ourselves Spart as Arcane Mage. And I guess Sirakai is fire. Got a bit of fire, got a bit of Arcane, got a bit of a Destro. Bit of a mix of both. We got Hellrock on Team Red as a Survival Hunter with Ked in the back as a Wooden Walker. We got Slide By as a DH. Stealth Bomb as a Rare Corrupted Mage. And Valrib making a comeback as a Red Paladin. How you doing, my man? With Hellrock going up first with a big old camo Spart. Popping in that Invis. It looks like it's going to be Hellrock getting open onto Spart. Arcane versus Survival. Who wins this, actually? I think it's going to be a very close match because both of these are about hit and runs. I think Spart has the mobility, though. I mean, Hellrock has a bit of mobility, too, but I think the Hellrock with dots is quite huge as well. With a stun to lock down Spart could also be rough. It's going to get a Reaper Flame stun to Spart. Immediate trinket out of Spart, though. Going to be a feign death for Hellrock. But now it's going to be them roots into a Master's Call. As Hellrock trying to see if he can get away from Spart. Blood of the Enemy coming out for Spart. Does link back onto an Invis. No way that Hellrock had a trap ready for Spart. There's no absolute way that he had a freezing trap ready for a... There's absolutely no way. Did he predict it? I mean, I guess you could see a little shimmer of where the back blink is going to be, but there's no way. Polymorph onto the pet for Hellrock as he's still doing massive damage to Spart. Spart breaking out of that Ice Block, but I think he might be done for. Trying to instant cast as much as possible. One more nade lobbed in and down goes Spart. Hodge onto Hellrock. Trinkets and disengages immediately. Gonna have to kite around Muhammad. And there goes a little bit of that turtle shell. Does get him some manic bandages while Mali rolling onto the Paladin. It's not really going to do that much damage. Freezing Trap does stop him. It's going to be a trinket out of Muhammad, though. With a Shield of Vengeance to follow. Hellrock going to have to kite him a little bit longer. Needs to be aware of the next Hodge. If he could feign death before a Hodge and maybe have his pet eat the Hodge, that could be huge. Stun onto the Pala. Does have a Shield of Vengeance broken. And Hellrock is keeping max range onto Muhammad the whole time. Does Harpoon. Huge damage from that Mongoose Bite. After stacking up a little bit of that latent poison damage. Muhammad does have himself a Bob. That's going to be huge right now for Hellrock. Because after this Bob, there's nothing available. He's going to have Forbearance. Quick manic bandage for Hellrock as he's recovering quite a lot of health. Getting a charge trap onto Muhammad. I think he just might have to wait until the bubble comes out of Muhammad too. Does get an interrupt. Maybe could be huge damage. The Paladin better have an answer. Hodge onto Hellrock. There's no way out of it. Might give him enough opportunity to get the bubble ready. Unless he might be done here. And Reaping Flame comes out. I don't know if Forbearance was up for him or not. But that's just huge damage. Good kites out of the Hunter, but also huge damage when needed. He's going for that big build up for the latent poison. Gets a dot. Let that dot build up. Harpoons into a big Mongoose Bite. That's not even the Mongoose Bite that does a lot of damage. Actually, do you even run Mongoose Bite? Because I think you'd have to, because it's the only one that actually increases your damage well, doesn't it? I was thinking maybe those kill commands increases the damage of Raptor Strikes, but I guess Mongoose Bite by itself is a lot of damage. Gonna be a big old Casbolt at Hellrock. He does not get to feign it. Gonna be stuns getting traded as Hellrock is getting teamed up by a bunch of Infernos. And there goes a Fear with a freebie Casbolt. It's gonna be huge damage onto Hellrock. What? Did it shadow meld it? Bennett is my dad gonna take it down. Massive eagles flying at him. Is it Hellrock that got Chaos Bolts, or is it Ben that got Chaos Bolts? What is going on? All of a sudden, Hellrock was getting the biggest damage into the Warlock. And Sarakai is going to be up next as a Fire Mage. Hellrock mounting up, getting hit with a breath. That's going to be a Poly. Probably going to be G-Pie in by Sarakai. No, Tricky coming up for Hellrock into Freezing Trap onto Sarakai. Putting his Fire Mage on ice. Gonna wait him out. He's not gonna have a trinket anymore against Sarakai. Mali rolling onto the mage, trading Mali back at Hellrock. He could feign death to remove the Mali. He does do that. Gonna be a Harpoon onto Sarakai as combustion is ready. As long as Sarakai doesn't get interrupted on fire, they might be okay. But a lot of this combustion damage is getting wasted. Just gonna get a polymorph onto the pet. Hellrock behind the pillar, catching up on heals. Big Reaper Flames onto Sarakai and used to maintain the dots onto the mage as long as possible. That's huge amount of damage out of that latent poison too. Harpoon, big Mongoose Bite, breath by Sarakai. Does he have any answer for it? He does not go for a polymorph or to Hellrock or anything. Try to get a Reaper Flames on the Held Rock. Sarakai super low on health. Could be going down. Cauterize available. Has Ice Block if needed. Might need to Ice Block high here. Or as high as the health from Cauterize is going to give him, really. That's a full remaining benefit for Held Rock again. Trinkets are coming back for Held Rock soon. Sarakai still holding on to a Trinket. Has not had to Trinket anything at all. Unless they're relentless. And then they can't even Trinket at all. That's going to be more nades and more dodges on Sarakai. Just going to rot him down without pet damage as well. So the pet is no longer polyed. And as goes a breath onto Held Rock. Polymorph coming out for Sarakai with a greater pyro. Finally, maybe he's gonna land one G pie. Maybe some damage to follow after. Does get a rune to Held Rock. He just sees one more damage, one more hit onto Sarakai. Harpoon's next to him. The ring ain't gonna happen. And Sarakai does go down. And Held Rock, as the 5 minutes are just happening. 5 minutes are just happening. He's gonna have to go up versus Fury Warrior. Now, if Northside is the tanky build of Fury, he actually will be able to give Held Rock the run for the money here. But Held Rock with all that kiting, it's going to be kind of tough. Because when you have a pet for a Fury Warrior, it's just an extra target to leech health off of. And dampening is not even high at all. Going to be a stun onto Northside right before he can pick up the eye, get a charge onto Held Rock. That's going to be disengaged immediately for the Hunter. Northside needs to taunt the pet over to have at least someone to hit. That's going to be Reckless is up and running. Reflect available. Needs to go for heals immediately. What is going on? Where was that in Rage Regeneration? He must have used it at some point. But there goes it. Held Rock taking him out. Taking everybody out. We got 1v5 by the Strava Hunter. Well, there it is. There it is. I still don't understand what happened with the Warlock that Chaos bolted at Held Rock, right? Chaos bolted him, right? Held Rock Shadow melded. I can understand that. I can believe it. And then Held Rock started slamming Eagles back to the guy, back to back to back. Put in Survival and Survival Hunter. I think I already did that for a title for a video, actually, King. It was the Worgen Hunter. Wargren was versing a Demon Hunter. I think it was Manji, actually. And he was just cycling freezing traps and steel traps and just surviving them for so long. Fading Death, which gives him 90% damage reduction for like 1 second. But then he just melted him with the Eagles. Like as if he's firing off Chaos Bolts. Like, what was that? I don't understand it, dude. But Survivor's looking really good next expansion, by the way. Looking very strong.